In today's episode, Dana asks, how do you market a crowdfunding project? Crowdfunding sites, when you think about it, they really are nothing more than a landing page, right? They are a single purpose landing page where you drive traffic for the purpose of trying to gain a conversion. And on those landing pages, a lot of the design is taken care of. So if you're on GoFundMe or whatever, the palette and the design and the overall aesthetic is taken care of. So that part is pretty easy because you don't have to do a whole lot. So what do you need to do then in order to make a landing page successful? Landing pages are direct marketing, and as a result, they follow Bob Stone's 1968 direct marketing framework, which is list, offer, creative, right? So the creative's taken care of for the most part. We'll talk a little bit more about that. But it really is the list and the offer. Translating that 1968 framework to today, who is the audience? Who is the audience of the page that would very much be interested in what it is that you have for sale? Now, some crowdfunding campaigns are a product, some are a service, some are just charitable donation, but no matter what it is, you need to have a very clear definition of who it is that you are trying to attract funding from. If you're not clear on that, spend some time with tools like Facebook Audience Insights or with Google Analytics data or with any of the major benchmarking services out there that can give you a sense of who's in an audience that you care about from a topic perspective. So if you are running a crowdfunding page for like a new consumer electronic, well, who else likes consumer electronics? What are their characteristics? What are the demographics, the psychographics, the different things that you would use to understand who those people are? So that's probably a really, really important aspect. And you need to figure out how you're going to reach those people. Generally speaking, if you don't already have a list, like an email list, you're going to have to pay to drive traffic. There is very little to no easy way to get people to a crowdfunding site without paying for that reach because there's so many of them. There's so much competition for eyeballs that unless you have that built-in audience, it's going to be very, very difficult to attract attention. So plan to pay. Use these different audience tools that are out there to try and figure out where that audience lives. Can you reach them through Google AdWords? Can you reach them through YouTube advertising? Can you reach them through Facebook ads or Instagram? Can you reach them through LinkedIn? Where does that audience live? So let's say you are doing a crowdfunding page for a certain type of medical condition or medical research. Well, who would be interested in that condition? Are there patient communities? Are there support communities? All these different aspects you'd want to identify to figure out that list. Without that list, your crowdfunding site will not grow. The second thing in Stone's framework is the offer. Generally speaking, you have to have something to give in exchange for the money you're asking for. What is it? Now, a lot of crowdfunding sites, particularly things like Kickstarter and stuff and things, have tiers of rewards for supporters. What are those rewards going to be, and are they commensurate with what you are asking people to give? Musicians a lot will have things like stickers or albums or signed albums or house parties or any of these things that as your level of support goes up, what you get in return goes up. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like a large physical world products. A lot of the times it is either reputational or it's badge value. So if you donate $1,000 to a musician's next album, they will come to your house and do a house party, a living room concert, which if you really like that musician and you want to see them succeed, that would be quite a treat to be able to host them in your backyard or something like that. So think about, from your own crowdfunding perspective, what is it that people get? Now, if you're doing products, you obviously offer early bird pricing on products or exclusives or unique accessories that somebody else can't get anywhere else. So you have a fancy consumer electronic, maybe it comes with some add-ons. If it's a service of some kind, you would have tiers of service that are accessible. If it's a charitable donation, what do people get in return? This is I donated to the Human Rights Campaign, which is a charity that supports equal rights for people of all orientations. And after a certain donation level, you get like a hat. Now, this hat did not cost what the donation was worth. This hat's probably, if I had to guess, is probably made for pennies on the dollar. But it's still a thing that you get that is a tangible, physical world demonstration that this is a cause that you support. So. For charitable things, think about what can you offer that gives supporters a chance to show their support to your cause in a meaningful way. So that's list, that's offer. Finally is the creative, and you do need to invest some time and money in the pieces of the creative that go with it. So whatever your crowdfunding platform is, it's going to take, you're going to have the basic, the graphics, the layout and stuff taken care of for you. What you will need are things like a persuasive, well-shot video that will explain what it is that somebody's going to get. Almost every platform either requires or strongly suggests some kind of intro video. So you will also need to have an almost white paper-esque explanation of what's going to happen in the process. So when you give money to this cause, what happens to that money? If it's product, this is our timeline of benchmarks that we're going to meet getting this product built. If it's services, these are the development milestones that we're going to have on the way to a final release. If it's charitable, here are the milestones that how the money is going to be used and where we're going to be investing your money to create the social change that you want. Whatever the case is, there's sort of a white paper that justifies in more detail why you should be donating. So having that creative, those extra flourishes, those things that help convince somebody this is really worth your time, your money, your investment, are essential if you want your crowdfunding platform to succeed. And then once you've got it all built, then it is time to market it. So again, figure out where does that audience live and start running ads. And run ads using a platform that allows you to do a lot of testing and that allows you ideally to buy into different audiences. So one of the platforms I use is a display platform called StackAdapt because it allows you to do very good granular targeting of people by interest as opposed to demographic. Now, I want to be able to target people who are interested in analytics, for example, because that's what I do as my company, Trust Insights, does. I want to be able to target people who are interested in data, who are interested in machine learning, who are interested in AI. I don't care whether they're male or female or above or below the age of 40. I care that they have an interest in the thing and being able to target in that platform. Facebook, fantastic platform for that. Instagram, you match that with Facebook, fabulous platform for that. So look around, run some testing, start small. Start with small investments, $50, $100, $200 at a time, to see which platform gets you the most traction. And then once you figure out where you're getting results, where you're getting conversions from, then you ramp up your spend on that platform until you hit your funding milestone. So lots goes into this. It is a full marketing campaign. And as such, there's all the things that come with it, like strategy and metrics and analytics and stuff. But those are some good starting points for building out a crowdfunding campaign. Good question. If you have additional comments or questions, please leave them in the comments below and subscribe to the YouTube channel and the newsletter. I'll talk to you soon. Want help solving your company's data, analytics, and digital marketing problems? Visit trustinsights.ai today and let us know how we can help you.